the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the New York Knicks in Madison Square Garden. It's going to be weird, no fans. Let's get right into it. What's going on, guys? Welcome into Clutch B-Ball TV. I hope you guys are having an amazing day or night. And today, I'm going to be breaking down the New York Knicks versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. And you guys already know this video is sponsored by sportscases.com. I really recommend checking them out. If it comes to baseball, football, basketball, and even more, they have sports cases for a bunch of different sports if it's your favorite star athletes. If you're a New York Knicks fan and you want a Mitchell Robinson or RJ Barrett case, and if you want to get a good deal, I recommend using my promo code CLUTCH for 10% off. Thank you so much to sportscases.com for sponsoring this video. Alright guys, as you guys know, the Knicks are taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I already know I'm going to get a lot of hate for wearing this hat. I'm not saying there's no Yankees fans. There's some Mets fans that watch my channel. For sure, make sure you check out the Leech and Knicks podcast, and you check out MH, or he's just a great supporter. He doesn't make videos, but he's a cool guy for sure. You might see him in my chat or comment on my videos. You might have seen him, I'm not sure. Anyway, I did get this hat in Puerto Rico. I was like, I'm a Yankees fan, and it's red. I like the color. Of course, they don't usually wear red hats. And my hair is just crazy right now. It looks an absolute mess. It's freaking crazy. And someone commented I look like Ashton Kutcher, and I was like, okay. Oh, gosh, I hope that man does not come back on my channel. But anyway, we're talking about the Knicks and Cavaliers, as the Knicks are playing their third preseason game, and they're taking on the Cavs. And I actually think this is going to be a good, interesting game. Damian Dawson. I miss whole team Dot. Had that connection with Frank Ntilikina. Frank Ntilikina is the longest tenured Knick. Think about that. He was drafted in 2017. This man is a puppy dog still, and he's our longest tenured Knick. Not the oldest player on our team, longest tenured, being a part of this organization the longest. Isn't that crazy on our team? That's just freaking crazy. But yeah, Damian Dawson, a great shooter. He's actually been balling for them a couple games in a row. He's scoring double digits. He's raining it from downtown, and they're playing him some big-time minutes. I love the confidence. They started Dawson last game, and it was just amazing to watch him play. Isaac Okoro, I'm really looking forward to seeing what he could do. He's a bulldog on the defense side of the basketball. He's a true competitor. He's a guy I actually wanted at 8. Unfortunately, he did not get there. I thought the Cavs were actually going to draft Obi Toppin, so there you go. But he's mentally tough. I thought Tom Thibodeau would have loved him, but he's athletic. His shot looks like it's been translating better than people think. I really think he's going to put in the work and be better than people think as well. Some people thought he was going to be like Stanley Johnson. He's not Stanley Johnson. This man's going to make sure he's not Stanley Johnson. He's an athletic freak. Get to the rack. He finishes strong. Just watch out for Isaac Okoro for sure. We're going to have to force him to shoot outside on the perimeter, but he's been better than I thought, and he's been an efficient basketball player. But we're going to be getting into the injuries first off for both of these basketball teams. For the Cavs, Kevin Love is out with a sore right Achilles. Really unfortunate. Even though Kevin Love's not what he used to be, like the Timberwolves days, even though the team was not great, it just sucks to see him injured, because I still like watching Kevin Love. Even though every time we play him, he just splashes threes in the corner like crazy. Literally nothing but net. Kevin Porter Jr. is out with something personal. I don't know if you know about the arrest and all the things he's got in trouble with off the court for sure. And I like Kevin Porter Jr., his game, but he got to stay out of trouble. And Okoro, he has that opportunity right now because he's out with personal issues. Kevin Porter Jr. JaVale McGee, he's out because due to a late arrival with the team, I guess he hasn't gotten enough practice in, unless he was late to a practice or something like that. Cedi Osman's out, and Colin Sexton's out with an ankle injury. And Colin Sexton, I'm not the biggest Colin Sexton fan, but I respect how he gets after it on the offense side of the basketball. I don't think I like him because he's not a true point guard, and he's really inconsistent on the defense side of the basketball, but he really did take a big leap last year, which I love to see, even though I'm not a Cavs fan. And then getting into the Knicks injuries, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is out with an illness, whatever it is. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, I know a lot of people make fun of you, but you are a New York Knicks, so I will support you, even though it's going to be tough seeing that jump shot. I hope you get better for sure. Austin Rivers is out with the groin injury once again. He still has not played in the preseason. And even though Austin Rivers, no one on this point guard is our point guard of the future, I used to really be high on Frank for sure. But I kept on talking about if he had like the perfect team around him type of thing, not like worst case scenario, there's not any shooters around him, that type of thing, even though they may look at Frank more of an off guard. But yes, I'm not as high on Frank as I used to be. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for that. But Austin Rivers, he's a bulldog. He's a guy that gets after it on both ends of the floor. He's not the greatest of defender, but he tries so hard on that side of the basketball. He's not the most efficient scorer, but he's going to be confident. And I think he's going to be a good off guard, but I would even like to see him at the point guard position, even though he's not our point guard of the future. So it really sucks because I know he's going to represent New York very well, and I think some Knicks fans are really going to love watching him play. Frank Ntilikina's out with a sore Achilles. He is doubtful for this game. Yeah, Rivers, MKJ, or MKG, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist are definitely out for this game. And Frank Ntilikina being out with a sore Achilles, of course, we know what he brings on defense, but it's the inconsistencies of not putting pressure on the defense on a consistent basis. And they actually played him more of an off-guard role, and I think Immanuel Quickley is going to get more minutes because I don't like the way they used Immanuel Quickley. They used him as a true point guard, even though he was listed as a point guard at Kentucky. He didn't have most of the ball handling duties. Tyrese Maxey did. Tyrese Maxey's listed as a shooting guard, but he had most of the ball handling duties at Kentucky, and you see the ball handling duties he's gotten with the 76ers last night. If you watch that game, his floater's absolutely deadly. But I think Quickley's going to take on that role very nicely if they put him in Frank's role because he's good off the ball. He's good at moving without the basketball. He's not a crazy athlete, but we know how good of a shooter he is, shooting over 40% from three and over 90% from the charity stripe. So hopefully Quickley does have that opportunity, or Miles Powell, one of those young guys, really gets their opportunity because maybe after the first couple games they wanted to see how the starters were, and they're probably still mixed matching lineups, but don't be surprised if those first two games are actually the lineups we're going to put out there. But yeah, Nerlens Noel's doubtful with a sore left knee. Again, we want to see how these young guys are and just how they mesh as a basketball team. But Nerlens Noel's been a very smart, fundamental basketball player on both ends of the floor. But the thing I'm going to be looking out for this game is can RJ Barrett continue to be efficient from the field? He was absolutely amazing last game when it came to his efficiency. Still needs to work on his jump shots, don't get me wrong. I was really scared when he missed the free throw. I remember he made the first one and then missed the second. I was like, here we go again, another off game. He did make a three and I had like a sarcastic tone when it came to it. But yeah, RJ Barrett's going to be fun to watch. I'm excited to see my man Damian Dawson. I want to see him succeed at the end of the day. I really wish he went to a team like the Lakers and won an NBA championship because I really think he would be like a nice glue guy. He plays hard defense and he could shoot that basketball so well. But I'm excited to see Okoro, Andre Drummond, still one of the best defensive players. He may not have the most of like activity. Like he's not a guy that's really going to hustle like crazy. Sometimes he looks lazy out there, but he's still one of the most talented rebounders. And he really is good at reading where the ball is going to be and rebounding the basketball. And he's good at boxing out. So that's the thing. We're definitely going to have to box out for the basketball very well in this basketball game if we do want to win this. They do have Darius Garland, even though Colin Sexton is out. Darius Garland's going to have the point guard duties, and he could score the basketball. He's very smooth. He's looking to have a better year than his rookie year. And Obi Toppin, I want to see us get Obi Toppin involved more in this basketball game. I do not want to see Dennis Smith Jr. at the point guard position. I'd rather have an Immanuel Quickley. I'd rather have literally any other point guard out there. Dennis Smith Jr. has been absolutely sloppy and really inconsistent with the offense. But again, maybe that's how bad our point guard position is, that Dennis Smith Jr. is the best at running our offense. Well, besides Elfrid Payne. I forgot about Elfrid Payne. But I'm just talking about in like the second unit because I don't think Quickley is going to be playing with an Elfrid Payne for sure off the ball. But yeah, you got to be able to set up Obi Toppin. You got to put him in the position to be successful. That's why we need to get this man a point guard that can distribute the basketball but also put pressure on the defense and score as well. And Obi Toppin's a guy that can't consistently create on his own. He's not Kevin Durant out there. There's not a lot of people that are Kevin Durant. There's only one Kevin Durant at the end of the day, and he's absolutely insane and a generational type of talent. But you got to get him going on those backdoor cuts, moving without the basketball. You can't have him spotting up from three-point land. Kevin Knox, the same thing. He has to constantly be moving. You can't have him stand in the corner. You got to give these guys proper roles for sure. And I think Tom Thibodeau, I do trust him. Hopefully I could trust him and he ends up being the right coach for the New York Knicks and we build some stability. But let me know down below, if Thibodeau ends up stepping down, right? I'm just looking far in the future. Who do you think would be the coach? Johnny Bryant, or do you think it would be Mike Woodson? I personally don't think Mike Woodson wants to be a coach again. I think he came out and said that, or like in an interview, he wants to take on that assistant coach duty now. But I actually do like Johnny Bryant. It looks like Thibodeau talks to Johnny Bryant a lot. He's very vocal with him, and he's young, and he can connect to the players probably. But yeah, Obi Toppin, RJ, Knox, I just want to see these young guys thrive. I'm very excited for Immanuel Quickley because I do think he's going to get a good amount of minutes, at least 10 to 15 minutes. Give me good minutes and production from Quickley. Need to play him off the ball. He's not a true point guard, but I would watch out for Okoro on those backdoor cuts. He's really fast as well with the basketball. Not the greatest of shooter. He's better than some people thought. He's a good handle, but he's a guy that just He plays such smart basketball. He's a true basketball player. Let me know down below if you guys think we will win. I think this is going to be a competitive, good basketball game, but I hope we absolutely just blow the roof off in this basketball game, even though there's going to be no fans, and we make the fans proud. And as always, guys, have a humble day or night. Peace out, y'all.